What's in the box, you say? Well, today we're taking a look at something very, very different from Heat Boys. Michelangelo, Mutant Ninja Turtles, clear or transparent, Michelangelo Mecha. Stay tuned. Guys, welcome back. Guys, you don't need to fall out of your chair. Today we are doing something a little different. Yes, this is a very high-end action figure. This is from a company or someone called the Heat Boys. This was a limited edition saved for a reviewer. I got it from them. No, not for free. Remember, I'm not that lucky to be getting free stuff from them. However, when looking at the item, it said limited edition clear Mikey. Heat Boys, I have a question for you because I have over 700 something followers and subscribers and friends. If they like this review and are ready to open up their wallets to get 700 of these, will you be able to meet the demands, or you're going to tell them this is just a limited run, which to me is ridiculous? But I digress. Let's move forward. This is something a little different. And guys, welcome to R.P.Animations. I'm your host, Red. This right here, guys, this is how you think about animators versus collectors, even though the price range is pretty high and the demand is pretty high. But this is a metal armature, very well designed, with plastic toy aesthetics on top of it. So this definitely is worth making animations. It's definitely fantastic. Now, I'm going to warn you guys, this video might be or maybe a little bit longer than normal. I don't know anything about these folks. I don't know anything about the product. And right now, what you're looking at, this isn't even half of the cheddar that this figure comes with. And so I think I'm going to break this video down into three parts. First, we'll take a look at the instructions along with the aesthetics and articulation and the stuff that came in the container with Mikey. We'll put those on him. And the second part of the video, we'll look at all the products and the accessories that came with this, just to show it off. And then last, we'll look at Mikey fully assembled, fully mechanized with everything on it. Forewarning, guys, I don't have the batteries that come with this figure. To my understanding, this activates, this magnet here actually activates all of the lights and the Gatling gun that he comes with. So again, guys, I do apologize. I don't have the battery type, but nevertheless, guys, let's at least take a look at the figure. So with that said, we'll jump into now looking at not only the aesthetics, the articulation, and we'll definitely start off with the instructions. And welcome back, guys. We're going to start off. I'm going to start off with the instructions, get them out of the way, because the presentation is just phenomenal. It comes in this black envelope, almost looks like an invitation somewhere. Let's focus in on it so you guys can take a look. It comes with that. And so we're going to start off there with that. And let's get focused right back into the figure. Opening up the envelope, guys, it comes with beautiful presentation. Like I said earlier, we did talk about this right here, which is the instructions and the batteries. Unfortunately, I don't have the kind of batteries that's required with the figure. And then, guys, take a look at how gorgeous this is. It's just, look how many pages of this comes. And so you guys can see, I don't even have half of the stuff that comes in it. You guys can see here that pizza activates everything on it, activates everything. And we're going to put everything together. We're going to look at it little by little and see what comes with it. But it's just absolutely gorgeous, guys. So I'm going to get these instructions out of the way. Let's get those over here. And so I'm bringing in the figure closer so we all can take a look at the aesthetics of it. And just take a look at this thing. It's just got clear mechanism in there. You've got a missile bay there, or a Gatling gun in the chest. uh, and we're going to do the articulation in a bit, but I just want to show off all the clear dynamics that it has. You can see the metal framing in there. These knees move up, everything just moves up, so you'll be able to articulate it, and just absolutely gorgeous. And I know I keep repeating it, guys, but man, I just, and these are the things why sometimes, guys, uh, besides my day job, I want to get monetized on YouTube, because I want to be able to get figures like this to be able to do animations. And just holding it here in the camera is just very heavy figure. The armature inside, it is a very hefty figure. And you look at the back of it, this is where the shell goes, and we're gonna look more into it. And look at that, amazing. Really, really amazing. We're going to put the figure back here again so you guys can take a look at it right there. And I know that there's a lot of videos out there. People have already done videos on this. We got him there. Let's focus in on him. And so looking at it, like I said, or maybe I didn't say it, guys, forewarning, if you already put the head on it, you can't take it off. You could, but it's just a pain. You don't want to break it, guys. So with that said, there's mechanisms in there that make the head stretch out, and the articulation is amazing. Look at that. Now, like I said earlier, it does come with a battery pack that's activated, but sadly I don't have the batteries. You can get that. With the armor itself, it's not even obstructing. You can get that beautiful T-pose right there. Bring that down here. Now, we don't get a side, thigh, a muscle, a bicep swivel, forgive me, guys, but it swivels here in the armature, and that's okay. It's supposed to be a mech, not a person on it. You don't get, it's a little stiff, but you don't get a lot of the articulation there at the waist. You do get the legs to split out like that. The arms itself do swivel here. You guys can see here. You get that in there. And these are for locking in things. And the nunchucks on there in his hands, you get them in both on there. Now it could be because it's stiff, but yeah, you do get a little bit of a waist, but that's okay. Single jointed knees, or actually double jointed. I'm surprised by the heft of this. You get that ankle rotation, and you do get the toe articulation. So overall, for a beefy figure like this, you're gonna get really good mobility, very good. It has what they call mobility memory, which means that when you move the arm, it stays there for your stop motion. So this is just fantastic of a figure overall, guys. And I know I keep repeating it, guys, but again, I'm not sponsored by them to say any of that. So let's go ahead, let's put on the attachments that came in the same box with Mikey. I'm going to turn him around because right here goes the shell. You guys can see. And here's the best part, guys. When Mikey needs to activate and drive him, he gets inside the shell. It rotates, and it does come with a little tiny Mikey figure that we'll show you later once I bring the other stuff out that go in there, and you just lock that in there. You lock the figure in, close that up, boom. And this moves as you move your figure. So how crazy is that? This goes here. Let's lift the dreads up a little bit, Mikey. Boom. That's just gorgeous. Look at that. Fantastic. So now these things here are the clips to put on his side to hold the nunchucks. And the nunchucks themselves are on an actual chain. Very hard to animate something like that, but if you put a wire in the middle, you can then articulate that. Those go here. They go on these clampy things. Hold on. Which then clip to the side of him. The nunchucks have a slit on them that actually go on the figure itself. And again, they go in the hand. I'll put one in the hand so you guys can see here. Let's, oops. Hand popped off. Sorry about that, folks. Let's bring this guy back in here. And again, guys, I apologize, but I am new to this type of collection. Never heard of this action figure before. And it's just amazing. And you guys can see Mikey's holding on to his nunchucks. And we'll go ahead, take the nunchucks off. Put that on the clip. It just makes the figure look fantastic. These nunchucks and these clips and things like that. They thought of everything when they made this. Now, it's going to be a shocker to some of you guys. I'm not a ninja person, a Ninja Turtle person. I never got them. By the time the Ninja Turtles actually started appearing on TV, I only played the video game in a place here in Miami called Birdbow. Not a plug for them. I have nothing to do with them. But I'm just being honest because it is the only place that I know of that you can actually play the Ninja game, the Ninja Turtle game. And I was already heading into my 20s, so life already began for me. And I didn't have time to understand these guys or play with them. Now, here are the headsets that come with them, and it looks like they are magnetic from what I can see here, and they just simply go here to make him look cool. And he's got a pair of visors. Who doesn't need sunglasses, especially if you're a mech? Whoops, sorry about that. Let's see if we can get these on. My bad, guys. Let me bring him out here and see how these go. And there he is, looking all cool. One more thing you guys didn't know about Mikey. His jaw articulates. So he's got an articulated jaw as well. How hard is that for Mcfarlane to do something like this, in the way of a mech? So guys, now we're going to go into the accessories part of the video. So I am going to take Mikey out of the way and lay out all the accessories except the ones I've already attached on him. I'm going to bring out everything that came in the other two containers that came with the figure. Be back in a few. All right. We are here now looking at the accessories. And like I tell you guys, there's so much cheddar going on here that I don't even know where to start. I'm like, I'm left speechless. Now, guys, I'm not going to bore you going through everything, and I'm not going to build the stand where the figure is held up, guys, because the figure stands on its own. But in case you do, it's probably very simple. We're going to start off with the stand. The stand comes here with this platform, looks like a sewer and all that, and you open it up. I had a hard time closing it, but now you open it up here and you actually store anything excess and you put it here. So I'm going to push that to the side here. Everything that you see here, guys, are for hand holding or cannon holding, whichever you want to look at it. These are the bars that come with the figure to hold him. They go here, and then this actually plugs in the back of the figure to hold him up once you thread the bars through it. So we're going to move that out of the way. Get some of these accessories out of the way so they don't get lost. I don't want that getting lost. These armatures here, they're metal, and these actually hook up to the back of the figure on his back over the shell, and you can put the rocket launchers on top. But we're not going to display it that way because I want him fully armored and ready to fight. This actually here actually hooks up to the back of the figure, and on these two sides here will go the two machine guns. It's going to have display it, and then next to it, it's going to have the other missile launchers, which are these. Let's just look at this real quickly. This will go next to, this will plug into the gun, one of the guns on there, as you guys can see. And look at that. How crazy is that? So now, these go next to the machine guns. These right here, guys, are his leg rocket launchers, and they come with these translucent missiles, as you guys can see, and they go right in here. And so I don't lose them, I'm actually going to keep them in their spot. And then you activate the missiles. Let's see. You can tell I don't know what I'm doing here. Give me a second, guys. Let's see here. Oh, and they move only forward. They don't fire out. Remember, guys, they do slide in and out. You can push them back, but there's a slider there. So push these back. Actually, so I don't lose them as I put everything in the box. I'm going to put these guys back in these and keep them in there. They thought of everything when they put this together. Now, let's get this out of the way here. Now, here are the missiles. They're also transparent. They say Kawabanga on them. Never like that. Again, guys, don't hate me because I'm beautiful, but I'm just not into the Ninja Turtles. I never was. So if you get offended, I apologize. And if you do get offended, well, this ain't the channel for you. But I was never into that. And the missiles actually go here. And then which later on this will go into the arm. And trust me, guys, this will all make sense once I armor Mikey. So here is the Gatling gun. It is motorized, guys. You put the battery here. I gotta be careful. Every time I pop open these things, they tend to fly out. Little hatch here. Boom. And then you take the pizza, you put it on top, and it animates it. But I don't have the battery for it. But absolutely, look at the silver on that. Look how fantastic that looks. I mean, and again, guys, I can't wait until you guys see in the final thoughts Mikey all decked out. And so I believe the way that this works is that you do take, my apologies, guys. I'll probably have to read the instructions. You put one of these here so he can hold it onto his hands, and then you take the other and you plug it in him so he can hold it. And then we're looking at the last things, his shoulder cannons or shoulder machine guns as well. That silver's just popping. Nothing else is mechanized, nothing else. Now, the two things that you're seeing here in the back is for you to build the Ninja Turtle van. One is translucent or oozing, the other was this. So what I'm gonna do now, guys, is I'm going to take off this little Mikey here on this thing here, and I'm gonna show you once I have him all decked out how Mikey rides in the back of the shell as the pilot. So with that said, guys, we're gonna come back fully assembled Mikey so you can see how everything goes and you guys can picture how everything fits on him, and I'll display it for you. All right, so we'll be right back now. And here we are with Mikey fully assembled with all his weapons, all his splendor. Now, you don't notice the top rocket launchers because for some reason I ran out of pegs, or really I'm not fully immersed in how everything is. I will warn you guys that once you put this guy together, you do have to take off in the arm to peg in the Gatling guns and the missiles. You gotta take off these little, they look like Legos, little slits of armor that come to the side. Now, on the bottom one, it's a double peg, looks like a little Lego thing that pegs in one way with a male on the other way to put it. But once you take the rocket launchers off, I could not for the life of me remove the peg from it. So if you guys know how to do that, I didn't want to mess around with it. I'm just going to leave it as when I ship it out again and just explain that to whoever's receiving it. Everything else looks splendid. It's fantastic. Now, I'm going to turn Mikey around so you guys can see the shell. On the shell itself, you got this metal piece here. If you guys can see that there, let me adjust the camera a little bit higher. You got to remove this slit from there to put in this metal piece, which will accommodate the two guns that are there. You can actually rack the missiles here. Now, you remember earlier that we talked about the driver's seat of Mikey, and he had this little portion here. Remember that you could slide it over? Right, so here is Mikey. If I can get that to focus. Here's little Mikey. See that there? And he's going to sit. We're going to focus right into the figure again. Put him in the seat. Be careful, guys. It's very, very small. Great. No, he doesn't want to sit. You know, when you're new to these type of figures and you're trying to, and he goes in there like that. There he is. He's sitting down. Turn him around. Whoop. And I lost Mikey. Let's see here if we try this again. There he is. So I actually, and you know what? We haven't had a blooper, I think. So that's fine. We'll put Mikey in here, close the hatch, and boom, we've got him in there with all his glory. So overall, guys, this is an amazing figure. And like I said, they built the armature first, then they put the plastic on top to make it move. I mean, look at the details of the hand gripping onto the Gatling gun. I'm not moving him too much. The articulation tends to be somewhat a pain with the guns and everything else. So I'm going to leave it alone. I don't want them falling apart, especially for this presentation of it. But overall, guys, it's fantastic. It looks beautiful. And here's what I was talking about. See right there. This right here, once you plug it in, I could not take it out to cover him up again. So if you guys know how, I tried the blow dryer, I tried everything, wouldn't come off. I didn't want to break it, I didn't want to mess with it. But overall, guys, it's just fantastic. So guys, let me know your thoughts if this is something you will be picking up. You know, not this clear one, because again, it says it's limited. But let me know in your thoughts if this is something in the future you're gonna get one of these Heat Boys. So like I said, it's fantastic. It's got a lot of beautiful moving parts. It's great for animation. It's stable. There is points where it does want to fall. It is a little bit heavy. It's a hefty figure. And overall, it's great. So let me know, guys. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. With that said, guys, if you like today's video, it is a little bit longer. Hit a like, share with somebody, and most importantly, guys, which would mean the world to me, please subscribe. We're on our way to 1,000. So with that said, me and Mikey, we're done. We're getting out of here. And you know what, guys? Kawabanga. We are out.